92-year-old Mary Summers of Richmond, Texas, was driving down the road, having no idea that she was about to face tremendous inconvenience. The elder did not know that a nail was lying in the road, waiting for its next victim. Unfortunately, she was heading straight for it. When Mary realized what had happened, she knew she could not stay on the road long. She had to do something to get out of this mess. Unfortunately, she didn't know that things would only get worse. Texas State Trooper secretly pays for an elderly lady's tires, even though she herself could no longer drive. She decided to act responsibly and go to a repair shop where the damage could be assessed. In doing so, Mary not only ensured her own safety, but also the safety of other road users. However, Mary's consideration did not mean that she did not have to literally pay for the consequences of her driving that day. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and click the notification bell for more amazing stories. One time, Mary came to Integrity Tire to have her tire replaced or repaired. At the shop, she met Omar Oraguida, an employee. He took a look at her tire, but the news was not good. In fact, Omar had only bad news for her. Omar examined all of Mary's tires and then told her that even the ones that had not been hit by the nail would need to be replaced. He found that they were all worn out and dangerous to drive on. Mary couldn't believe it. She would have to pay a total of $600 for all of the tires. Mary had to admit to Omar that she couldn't pay for all 4 tires. This was much more than she could afford at that point. She asked if she could have just the tire with the nail in it replaced, since that was the one that needed repair the most. Luckily for Mary, there was another customer sitting right behind her in the shop. His name was Drew Stoner, and he had just gone into the shop to get an oil change. He was a police officer and helped the townspeople whenever he could. Today was no exception, and he couldn't help but overhear the conversation between Mary and Omar. Drew stood up and went to the front counter before leaving. He had a special surprise in store for her. The officer organized everything for Mary, and afterward, Omar went back to Mary to tell her the surprising news. All 4 tires would be replaced that day. Mary told KHOU. He said, "You're paid and everything." And I said, "Who paid for this?" And he said, "The cop that was in here." Mary continued, "I can hardly talk about it now because I want to cry because he did this." And he did it and left. The news station was able to track down the police officer who said, "I'm thinking to myself, what if she goes out on the street and a tire blows? Or somehow falls apart and ends up on the side of the road?" Drew Stoner met with Mary so she could properly thank him. This exchange shows that people are not afraid to help each other in the face of challenges. God bless the officer. Binding bonds through beautiful tales. Thank you for watching.